Alright, today I wanted to go over a little trick that I found working with a few fourth grade students the other day, and maybe it will um, help you guys. I guess we'll see. But so a restaurant receives a shipment of 5,000 ketchup packets. In 1 week, they use 1,824 packets. The next week, they use 2,352 packets. Write and solve equations to find how many ketchup packets the restaurant has left. So, um, I was doing a question that was similar to this with some fourth grade students, and they didn't know how to start. They didn't know what to do with these numbers. I think they might have said subtract this number from this number and then add it to this number. Um, they couldn't really picture the problem, I guess, and they were basically just guessing, like just kind of seeing their three numbers and thinking, how could I add or subtract these together in some way? Maybe that'll be the answer. Um, so I said, why don't we change these numbers and let's see if you can do the problem? So I changed, I would change 5,000 to something like 5. Uh, this one is close to 2,000, so I'll change it to 2. And this is also, if I rounded to thousands, it would also round to 2,000, so I'll change this to 2. And now, a restaurant receives a shipment of 5 ketchup packets. In 1 week, they use 2 packets. The next week, they use 2 more packets, right? And I said, how many ketchup packets are left? Now, this was a slightly different problem, but um, the same style of problem. And each of them were able to tell me, oh, there would be one left. There would be one ketchup packet left. And I said, okay, so you guys understood it when the numbers were small. But as soon as these numbers became huge, it became complicated and you couldn't picture the problem. So a strategy that I suggest is to actually change the numbers sometimes. If you're really lost and confused, see if you can change the numbers to something, manageable, like single digit numbers like this, and see if you can solve the problem. And if you can solve the problem, figure out what exactly you did to these numbers. So the first thing they did was, let's just let's create some variables here, right? We'll call the 5 just KP for ketchup packets. Then we have a number that's 1 week, so we can just call it OW, and then this number is next week. So what did we do? So these ones were 2, and this one was 5. So we added 2 plus 2, right? So 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay, so that is 1 week plus next week, okay, equals 4. And then they did 5 minus this answer. I could just put A for answer. So 5 minus this answer. So what we can do here is we can actually now put these big numbers back into this equation. So the first week was 1,824, and then we have to add it to next week, which is 2,352. Okay, so 4 plus 2 is 6, 2 plus 5 is 7, 8 plus 3 is 11, 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 4. So now we have 4,176. And what did we have to do? We had to subtract that from 5, which was ketchup packets, right? So ketchup packets minus this answer. So this is the A here. So we have to subtract it from the total we have, which is 5,000. So we have 5,000 minus 4,176. So we can't do 0 minus 6. So I like to think about this as borrowing from 500. That turns into 499. 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 1 is 8. 4 minus 4 is 0. So the answer is 824. So I just wanted to point this out, that if these numbers, like these large numbers that you find in word problems, are intimidating and you get confused by them, it might be a good idea to just change them to super easy numbers, like single-digit numbers, and then see if you can figure out how to do the problem that way, and then, you know, figure out like how you did it, and then put the large numbers back in and do the same thing. So hopefully that strategy, it's kind of a last-ditch effort if you don't understand the problem at all. You can try this out. There's no harm in trying it out if you're really confused about what to do. You might be able to figure it out by doing this, because you can actually picture 5 packets of ketchup as opposed to 5,000, which is much harder to picture. So hopefully this helped you guys out.